Good evening, and thanks everyone for coming out tonight. I decided I was in the mood to digitize some more tapes, keep the ball rolling from what we started last night. So, thanks everyone for coming out tonight. We're going to look at some more cool old vintage community television content on U-Matic video cassettes. It's funny, during the pre-stream, somebody said, let's not get political. So, because I'm a contrary bitch, I'm going to show you a funny picture that I saw today, and it made me laugh really hard. So, as you guys know, there has been some spicy political stuff happening in Ottawa, our capital, Canada's capital city, for the past few weeks. And I don't need to give my opinion on it. You guys can probably guess how I feel about it. But one of the things that came out of it was this meme. Oh, I freaking love this. This is Oh man, I love this. I've always loved the salad cat meme. But this Oh, I love this. It's just so absurd. I love it. Anyway, I thought that was a hilarious image. So that's what I found. So, I've got several tapes here tonight. I've got 3 or 4 more from the batch I took home earlier this weekend. But I've also got several that have just been sitting here for the past 7-8 months that I just never got to. So I don't know if I'll do some of one batch or some of the other, or if I'll do a mix of them. But I do know what tape I'm going to start with tonight. It's this 3M tape. And it's a mystery tape. I have no idea what's on this. It's not labeled at all. The cassette itself is also not labeled. It's a short cassette. It's only 10 minutes. But here's the thing. What I've realized that I need to do now to help these streams be more straightforward and less boring and stuff, and help keep everything moving forward, is when I get a batch of tapes, I need to clean them all before the stream. So I went through all the tapes that I have that I haven't transferred yet, and I do my cleaning procedure where I fast forward them in the VCR while I pinch the tape in some tissue, and especially with these 3M tapes that like to get the white powdery stuff on the tape, cleans it off. And then I can clean the head drum and clean everything else in the VCR side, and hopefully that makes everything work smoothly. I had to splice this tape together 6 times. This short 10-minute tape broke in 6 separate places during the cleaning process, and I had to splice it back together with a piece of duct tape. And yeah, I have never had a tape break that many times, and it's only a 10-minute tape, which means on average there's a break every 90 seconds or something. So that'll be interesting to see how the VCR copes with multiple rapid-fire duct tape splices. But we'll see how it goes. How many tapes would you say you have in total? Well, I don't have all of them physically here, but at the station there are, I don't know how many I would have done at this point. I've had to have done over 100. The station has hundreds of tapes, possibly over 1,000. Half Betacam. No, maybe. Yeah, I'd say about half Betacam. And no, let me think. Because there's Betacam, U-Matic, and VHS. I would say maybe 40% 25% U-Matic, and then 15% VHS. That's my prediction just based on what I've seen so far. All the VHS, most of the VHS are from St. Andrews Community Television, which is the TV station in its prior form before it got a broadcast license and became CHCO TV. And then the U-Matic and Betacam are from Fredericton Cablevision, later Fundy Cable, later NBTV? TVNB. Wow! I can't believe I forgot that. Later TVNB, and then later still Rogers Television. So, yeah, a lot of tapes. I'm going to be doing this for possibly years. If it goes like so many other things in my life, I may never finish. I don't know. I hope I do. That would be nice. There's a bigger sense of urgency with the U-Matic tapes because the U-Matic tapes are physically going bad. All the beta, I've yet to run into a single Betacam tape that has any age-related degradation, nor have I yet to run into a VHS tape that has any age-related degradation. Although, I've personally come across VHS tapes before that have bad issues like some of these U-Matic tapes have. But so anyway, yeah, that's the answer to that. So we'll start with this 10-minute tape here. And I'm hoping I don't have to dismantle the setup and clean any head clogs or anything tonight, but we'll see how that goes. I also I did switch out the PVM for the baby PVM just because it's smaller and lighter and will be easier to move around if I have to. So let's see what happens here. Oh, it's a sign off. Oh, gotta turn on the PVM. Cool. Tape's in good shape by the looks of it, minus all the breaks.
This concludes another programming day at Cable 10. Cable 10 is a service of Fundy Cable Limited, providing the public of the Fredericton and Oromocto areas with local interest events, news, and sports. Cable 10 also gives training and experience to people wanting to be in front or behind our cameras. Programs are transmitted through the cable system to subscribers on Channel 10. Send programming comments and suggestions to Cable 10 Television, 486 Needham Street, Fredericton, E3B 1P1, or phone 450-0337.
You notice that background is a concrete wall. Do we have anything else? Oh, we do. $19.89.
Serving Fredericton and Oromocto. This is Cable 10 Television.
That was cute. Anything else? Oh! We have Patrick Watt as the credit on something. $1984. That was when he first started. He was a teenager.
Serving Fredericton and Oromocto. This is Cable 10 Television.
There's our splices. It's too bad that's a part of the tape that broke. Patrick probably would really like to have a good transfer of that. Here's another one he did.
Serving Fredericton and Oromocto. This is Cable 10 Television.
I just realized I said 1989, not 84. Sorry, I can't read my Roman numerals.
Serving Fredericton and Oromocto. This is Cable 10 Television.
Damn, now I'm really sad that that tape broke in so many places. Oh well. That was neat. That's very neat. That's very vaporwavy. I like it. Also, I think Patrick might have been in a couple of those shots. I'll have to go back and look after the stream. Anything else? We got 4 minutes of tape left. I'm now shuttling forward. Yeah, I don't know what that was referring to. Channel C. C for community? I don't know. That's the first time I've seen something like that on any of these tapes. That's the end of that tape. Well, that was cool. That was some neat stuff in that. Alright. Let that rewind. And what do we do next? I don't know if I have any other short tapes. The short ones are nice to get out of the way because you see a bunch of different stuff without sitting around for an hour or whatever. I think these are all hour-long tapes. So actually, I think there's a half-hour tape in here somewhere. Yeah, it's this one. 24-hour Labatt Relay Highlights. We're going to watch this one next. This is one of the tapes that have been sitting here for months. Been enjoying these for watching these for a long time. Really enjoy them. Got 25 ED surge, but I don't have any means to do so. My hope is that if they aren't too far gone. Oh, well, I appreciate you. I appreciate the viewership. If you're interested, send me an email, themaritimegirl@hotmail.com, and if you're interested, we can work something out, maybe sending the tapes here to digitize them for you. Just a thought. Something I'd be willing to do. Alright, so our next tape. Let me put these all away. So this is a nice tape. This is one of the good 3Ms that have the, oh, I say that and there's a loop of tape hanging out of it. That's nice. It's one of these better quality 3M tapes that have the red reels and the red lid on the shell. I love these. These are cool. 3M made Super VHS versions of these too. So that looks like 30-minute tape. And 24-hour Labatt Relay Highlights, December 17th, 1991. And we've had the Labatt Relay come across quite a few tapes, and it's always fun because they got cool music and cool graphics and stuff like that. So let's take a look at this one. Oh, before I continue, I did a little modification to this VCR earlier today that has it seems to have greatly improved its functionality, or it solved a minor issue it was having where, once in a while we rewind a tape and when it gets to the end, of course, and it's at the clear leader, it fast forwards to get past the clear leader. Well, what sometimes happens is after it's done fast forwarding and it stops, or the right hand spool is the supply spool and the left hand spool is the take-up spool. After it's done fast forwarding, the supply spool keeps turning for a little bit and it makes the tape go slack, and then the light for the sensor shines through because the tape is slack, so it's like, oh, there's a clear leader here now, so it rewinds again and it gets to the clear leader. So it fast forwards again, and it stops, and the tape goes slack, and it goes into an endless loop of rewinding and fast forwarding, and I have to shut the VCR off. What was happening was the reel brake for the supply reel is not working that well anymore. Well, in this VCR, and maybe others, there's two brakes on the supply spool. There's one that's a felt band that runs all the way around the wheel, and that provides just a little bit of tension during playback. But then there's a brake that's engaged and disengaged with a solenoid that has a thicker pad on it, and that's meant to actually stop the reel from spinning when tape movement stops, so that it doesn't unspool the tape and cause an issue like that. Well, the brake pad on that brake was worn super duper thin compared to the same brake on the take-up reel, just worn out. So what I've done is I put a piece of masking tape over top of that little brake pad, and it's working a lot better now. It's making that reel brake function much more the way it should. So I was quite happy that that worked. It was very easy to do. U-Matic VCRs are very easy to work on. You just take out the cassette carriage, unscrew the reel, take the reel spindle off, and put a little piece of tape on that pad, put the reel spindle back on, screw it in, put the cassette carriage back on, screw it in, connect the connector, and it's done. So a very quick little redneck fix. Alright, let's see our Labatt Relay highlights. Once again, that clicking is not part of the tape audio, it's just the stupid digitization workflow doing that. Do the tapes have much monetary value now? Not really. I mean, if a VCR nut like me owns a U-Matic recorder, then a tape that they can record onto might be worth a few dollars, but no more. Alright, what have we got? I'm going to shuttle forward. Why is there so much black space after the color bars? No, a new motherboard doesn't really help anything because it doesn't need to. This is very much not computer intensive. I mean, everything I'm doing now, minus the actual YouTube stream, I could do on a Windows XP machine from 15 years ago. Digitization to DV doesn't take a whole lot of power. I mean, Apple computers from the late 90s had FireWire ports, right? Why are there minutes and minutes of black space? We are now 6 minutes into the tape. I might as well stop the capture because I'm not capturing anything useful. Main problem is memory. Hard drive space, yeah, to store DV. DV is 13 gigabytes per hour. All the tapes I've done so far have amassed like 2 terabytes of storage space, which is horrendous. It's horrifying. Why is there nothing on this tape? Did somebody record over this? Like, there's no sound. I mean, there's a control track on there. And I've got a horizontal blanking interval and everything. There's just nothing here. I'll just keep shuttling forward, I guess. We are now halfway through the tape, which HEVC help with the large file sizes. I don't know, I'm not familiar with that. Something I have been doing with some of the stuff I've captured is using Handbrake to deinterlace it to 60p, which does make the file a bit smaller because it compresses it to MPEG-4. But for stuff that we might air on television, I keep it in the original DV format because that's the best form to keep it in for broadcasting, because CHCO operates in 1080i, so a 480i file is perfect for plumbing into a 1080i workflow. Although our field order is different, DV has a lower field first field order, CHCO operates in an upper field first field order, and I don't know if that matters at all. I have no idea. We've yet to actually air any of the stuff I've digitized from these tapes, so I don't know how it works out. Dude, am I going to have a completely blank tape? That'll be a first. We've yet to run across a completely blank U-Matic tape. And yeah, if I had a U-Matic recorder, this would be my first recordable tape if it turns out to be completely blank. Unfortunately, I do not have a U-Matic recorder. Is there something on this tape, but it isn't in U-Matic format? No. Nothing would be on a U-Matic tape except either U-Matic video or PCM audio, but this wouldn't be PCM audio. And if it was PCM audio, we'd be seeing a ton of digital-looking information on the screen, because the scan lines and everything, the dots, are converted to bits, more or less. But there's just nothing on this tape. But yeah, I still really want to get a U-Matic recorder, and I had a guy in Ontario who was going to send me one, and he just hasn't. I've had two guys in Ontario who were going to send me vintage video equipment, and both of them just flaked out and fell through, and it really ticks me off. I feel like you can't trust anyone. No, 1080i is still the dominant format for TV stations. There are some in 720p, not very many though, and there are some in 1080p and 4K, but I think for like broadcast stations, like major stations, 1080i is still the dominant standard. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. That's it. That's the end of that tale. This is a first on these tape digitization streams. A completely blank U-Matic tape. The only thing on it was the color bars. That's amazing. Wow. Poor Patrick has stored this tape for ever. Taking up space, nothing on it. That's funny. I'll keep this tape. I'll keep it for myself. Because then if someday I hopefully get a U-Matic recorder, then I've got a blank tape. What's the difference between I and P? 1080i is interlaced, like old-fashioned television. 1080p is progressive scan. So 1080i is 60 fields per second, with one field making up half of the picture. 1080p is 30 or 60 complete frames per second. 1080p is higher quality. But 1080i, depending on your preference, may look better than 1080p at 30 frames per second because you get the more fluid motion. I'm just going to play this one more time to make sure I'm not crazy. Just play like to the color bars. I'm just going to shuttle forward here. Sorry. Wow, that's nuts. Holy cow, that's funny. Our first blank U-Matic tape. That's weird. Because, like, it's got this information on the front sticker. And this, like, the catalog number on the tape, this 009, matches up with the case. 009. So, it's not like this is a mismatched tape. Even the catalog number on the label, 30-053. On the case, 30-053. That's weird. Anyway, okay, completely blank tape. That's really funny. Oh man, yeah, maybe somebody made a complete mistake thinking they were recording something and they weren't. I don't know. I'm gonna put this tape right here. Alright, that was funny. Next. This is another tape that's split in a couple of places, I think. It's a full 1 hour tape. And once again, it's a mystery tape. No label on the inside of the tape. It just has a date, December 6, 1990. And there was a ton of mold on this before I cleaned it, so I have no idea what's on this tape, but we're going to find out. My god, are we going to have any on this? I'm going to shuttle forward. Oh my god! Is this another blank tape? I'm going to stop the capture once again. What? What the heck? Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. Holy crap. Oh, it's a wedding. Oh, this might be personal. I wonder if I should not transfer this. Oh, okay. So, I don't think I'm going to show you guys this. This is something personal that Patrick did for somebody. Just, yeah, this is something personal. So, I have to digitize this on my own without you guys. Oh, and the VCR jammed up. There we go. Wow, this has been one of the weirdest U-Matic streams ever. We've had a blank tape. We've come across a personal tape, which we've come across a couple of those in Betacam form, but not in U-Matic form. So I need to get a Sharpie. So I'm just gonna do this. And hey, see, I fixed it so I can mute my webcam, but you can still hear me. So I gotta get a Sharpie. So, bring my back up. Mark this. Personal. Wow, we're really going through these tapes pretty quick when we have nothing to digitize on them. Right, this one. Blank. And actually, I'll have to ask him about that wedding tape. He may not care for it to be transferred because it was already said and done, and the happy couple probably already has a copy on VHS and stuff like that. So I might have 2 blank tapes to hopefully have in the future. So I'll put that over here as well. And that leaves only one more tape in the batch that I brought home earlier this weekend. So this is yes, and damn, I didn't think we'd get to this tonight, but we've blown through 2 tapes that didn't have anything I could transfer on a stream. So we're on to this tape now, and I wish I had told Ricky to come here, because this tape is from, let me get me back up here. This tape came from ATV, the Atlantic Television System, now CTV Atlantic. It's a program, a 1-hour-long program, Ethiopian Relief, the Maritime Connection. No date on it. Somebody took an engraving tool or something and engraved into the tape there. ASN, that's the Atlantic Satellite Network, which was ATV's sister station, distributed solely over cable and satellite. Yeah, a production from ATV. So this should be interesting. I forget. I don't think I've put this tape in the VCR because I didn't see any mold on it. So hopefully it's okay. It's an old tape. Sony KCA 60K. So this is a pretty old tape. I'll put this in here. Yeah, Steve Murphy, who anchored the CTV Atlantic News, or as I knew in my childhood, the ATV News, my entire life. And just back in November, he retired. He started at ATV in the early 80s, I think, or late 70s actually, but he began going on the air in the early or mid 80s. He took over the ATV Evening News in 1992 or 3, and oh man. He is considered, without question, the greatest journalist in maritime history, but he's also considered by a lot of people, including myself, to be one of the greatest journalists in Canadian history. Like, if Lloyd Robertson is right here, Steve Murphy is not that far below him, and actually Steve Murphy worked a lot with Lloyd Robertson over the decades. Steve actually anchored the CTV National News a few times over the decades. And he's just, the way he presented the news, he was just so trustworthy. And, you know, to all of us here in the Maritimes, he was literally like a family member who came to visit you in your living room at 6 p.m. every weekday. And yeah, you know, even though it's very rare that I watch the CTV News nowadays because I don't have television service here, I'm sad to see him retire, but also he deserves it so much. Like, holy cow, we can all hope to have as lovely of a career as he has. So yeah, Steve Murphy of the CTV Atlantic News. So anyway, let's see what is on this tape. Oh, we're muted. Oh, I guess not. I guess there's just no sound. I'm concerned. Oh, there we go. Now there's sound. I guess that wasn't the program. Now we're back to the horses. What's going on? What's with all these weird tapes? Is this not the ATV program? I mean, those people did look like they could have been in Ethiopia. I don't know. Anyway, we're back to horses. This is so weird. No sound, so I'm going to take my headphones off and turn up the speaker on the PVM in case sound comes along. I guess I'll keep this tape rolling. It might not be what we think, or what we thought it was going to be, but anyhow. That's a possibility, Alistair. Maybe this was just a spare tape, because that's literally what Cable 10 did. They bought used tapes for cheap, And maybe this was a tape that was bought for reusal that just never got reused, or maybe it did get reused and these horses were the reusal, and yeah, maybe that's what happened. Wasn't there one that we found that was like from Shaw? Yeah, but I don't know if that was a reusal case. Oh yeah, I think it was. Because I think we saw that at like the end of a tape or something. Pardon me, I'm texting somebody. Well, now I'm glad that I didn't get Ricky to... Because what I almost did before we started playing this tape was I was like, oh, maybe I'll shoot Ricky a quick tweet, and so he can come and see this ATV tape. Nope, he would have been very disappointed. Big skew on this tape. I've got the skew control on the VCR all the way to the left, and there's still a huge skew to the right, which might be why the picture jumps a little once in a while. I find most times the skew is, or not most times, sometimes the skew is too far off for me to correct with the skew control, and that could be just because of this VCR. You know, I already mentioned how the real brakes are worn out. The brake that provides the light back tension might be worn out too, and that's why I sometimes can't get the skew corrected. It's usually not a big deal. Feel that we're missing Christmas music here. It does look kind of Christmassy, don't it? Sleigh ride. Weird looking reindeer, though. Just glue an ATV logo on the bottom corner as a bug. Ricky runs. I know I've mentioned him here before, but for any, oh, this is new. Still no sound. For anyone who doesn't remember, Ricky runs the Vintage TV Memories channel. He lives in Montreal, but he used to live in the Maritimes, I think. And he taped a bunch of the ATV news in the 90s, so he has a big archive of vintage content from ATV, which is wonderful because it's very nostalgic for me. I forget where I was going with this. Anyway, that's what Ricky does. Oh, I was gonna say he has amazing graphic design skills. 3D graphic design, like he makes 3D graphics, and he has beautifully recreated ATV and ASN logos in 3D computer animation, and they just look beautiful. And he's recreated like the lower third graphics that they used in the 90s on the ATV news, and it's just excellent. Oh yeah, the cars are cool. What do we got here? What is that? Is that a Nissan Stanza? It might be a Nissan Stanza. Well, not all cars back in the day had rear window defrosters. That really didn't become commonplace until I think the 90s. I think on a lot of cars it was an option before then. There goes a Chevy van. Still trying to figure out what this car is. No, you know what? I don't think it's a Nissan Stanza. It might be a Mitsubishi. Dang. I don't know. There's an Oldsmobile something or other. That kind of looked like a Pontiac 6000, but I wasn't sure. Here's a first gen, I almost said Ford Tempo. That's a Dodge Omni, actually. I'm not as good with my Malaise era cars as I was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I could see a car from half a mile away and immediately pick out, like, the make and model. And behind that, I think that was a Dodge Colt or a Plymouth Colt. That looks like a Dodge Aspen. See, this is a game to me now. Now I wish I had the bigger PVM. Here's a Chevy Celebrity. That is... I don't know what that is. Once you get back to the 70s, I'm not too good. Maybe that's a Dodge Aspen. ASN stood for the Atlantic Satellite Network. There's a Mustang. No, it wasn't. That's a Chevy Camaro. Wow, I should just shut up now because I just made an enormous... I knew I looked at it and I was like, wait, something's off about that Mustang. It only has one headlight on each side. So even though this is woefully not what we expected, I'm now enjoying this. What's that? An Oldsmobile of some sort. I don't think it's big enough to be an Oldsmobile 88. That looked like a Dodge Spirit, maybe? That was either a Dodge Omni or a Ford Tempo. There's a Chrysler E-Class. There's a Honda Civic. I think that was a Civic. Or it might have been a CRX or something. You're going by too fast is the issue. I don't know what that was. Yes, an 80-horse enclosed sleigh. Second gen Dodge Caravan, or I guess maybe they call it the facelifted first gen. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. First gen with the flush headlights. That went by too fast for me to see. That might have been a VW Rabbit. I only got a really quick look at it. Oh yeah, I have a delay here that I can look at if I miss it on the first run. Yeah, that could be right, Alistair. Oh, you're right, that was a Chevette. Yeah, you were 100% right. There's I think that was a Chevy Caprice or Impala. There goes a GM New Look bus. There goes a GM Classic bus. There's a real first-gen Dodge Caravan, the one with the sealed beam headlights. Oh, fireplace. Okay, that was fun. GM has been doing EVs for quite a while. They've got the Chevy Volt and the Chevy Bolt. You sent me an email about the black tape you showed earlier. I will look at this email. Oh, I understand. I think I understand what you've said in this email. So that blank tape was basically there for sync. It was there as Blackburst. Is how I read your letter. The thing is though, they would have had a sync generator right there in the studio, right? Or the editing suite. There would have been sync right there to go along with. Or maybe what you're saying accounts for that, and I just haven't thought about it enough. Oh! Because the insert is audio video only over pre-existing sync. I should have kept reading. No. Interesting. I'll have to read this again when half of my attention isn't divided to running a YouTube stream. Oh yeah. And weren't the Vauxhall Chevettes way nicer than the Chevettes sold in North America? Because the Chevy Chevette was just a laughable car in this part of the world. Just god awful. So much worse than the offerings from Honda and Toyota. I love regular car reviews video on the Chevette. Because the guy who owns the Chevette that was reviewed, of course, the Chevette was a rear-wheel drive car. So you've got, and you know, with a tiny engine like it had, a 1.6 four-cylinder, there's a significant amount of loss going through the drivetrain to the rear wheels. And so GM advertised the Chevy Chevette as having 100 horsepower, which on its own, like, that's a preposterously high horsepower rating for an engine of that size in the 1970s. Like 50 or 60 horsepower would have been more believable, but I guess they advertised 100. Anyway, the guy who owns this Chevette that was reviewed in the YouTube video, he put it on a dyno, and it makes 27 horsepower at the rear wheels. 27! Oh my goodness. And actually, Motor Week covered the Chevette, or they covered the Pontiac version, the Pontiac 1000, and it took 30 seconds to get to 60 miles an hour. It only took like 23 seconds to get to 55 or something like that. Or no, it took 23 seconds to get to 59 miles per hour, and it took a full 7 seconds to get from 59 to 60. Oh, just such gutless cars. And I guess, like, for the first few years of the Chevette's production, the U.S. Highway Safety Administration deemed it not safe for highway use because it can't go highway speeds? That might be a myth, but that's what I've heard. Boy, this tape is really exciting stuff. Oh! We have human interaction! Oh, jeez, it's like watching an aquarium. Oh, he's gone. Now I'm sad again. Too bad we're past Christmas, otherwise this would almost be fitting. A fitting tape to sit here and watch wood burn. How's my skew? Terrible. But there's nothing I can do about it. That's fine. In the earliest U-Matic VCRs, the skew control was imperative because, and this is the reason it's called the skew control, is because if the skew was off, the top portion of the video would actually be slanted. So it actually affected it actually affected the video quality. But in the case of, newer U-Matic recordings and newer U-Matic VCRs, it's mostly just for sync. And this VCR, at least, is or it might not even be the VCR's doing it, might just be thanks to my digital A camcorder, but one of the two allows for so much slop, and it can still sync to it, that it literally doesn't matter. But I try to keep it in check anyway whenever I can. Oh, we got cars again! I see a Ford Ranger. Or no, that's a Bronco 2, actually. Don't know what that really tiny car in the background is. Got a Pontiac Parisian. Another Pontiac Parisian. VW Rabbit. Dodge Caravan. That looks like a Buick Century, or maybe a LeSabre, behind the Pontiac Parisian. Parisian? Is it Parisian? It might be Parisian. It's a weird word. This is not Fredericton. I don't know where this is, but it isn't Fredericton. I suppose I could look at license plates and see where it is. Again, wishing I had a bigger PVM. Oh, I see a Ford Pinto. That little red wagon is a Ford Pinto. Toyota Tercel, I think this is. Wow, lots of first-gen Dodge Caravans. I don't know, I can't remember the last time I saw a first-gen Caravan in the wild. It might not have been since I was a kid. The second-gen Caravans were pretty common still when I was a kid, but then they just all disappeared, and I haven't seen one in 10 years. I think transmission issues and just drivetrain issues as a whole took out a lot of them. And then obviously here in Canada, rust obviously took a lot of them out. Oh, there's a Ford, might have been a Mustang too? Or no, the early Fox body Mustangs. Actually, that might have been an Escort. Yeah, because it was a sporty version of the Escort. That looked too small to be a Mustang. The early Fox body Mustangs had sort of a similar fascia style, though. Oh, Buick Skyhawk? You could be right. Yeah. Buick Skyhawk has quad headlights. I think that car only had 2. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe you're right. Now I gotta look up the Ford Escort. No, you're right. I think you were right. I think it was a Buick Skyhawk. So I've embarrassed myself once again. It looked like a Ford fascia because it has like no grill on the nose. But I think you're right. That was a cool design language that Ford had from like the early 80s to the mid 90s, where they had no grill, but they had a lower air dam below the fascia, at the bottom of the fascia. I always really liked that design language. Here goes another GM New Look bus. I think that was a GM New Look. Here goes a later Dodge Omni. Wow, that Dodge Omni looked like a taxi yellow. Oh, that looked like not a Pontiac 6000. Grand Prix maybe? Did the early Grand Prix look like that? I have no idea what year this would have been, but yeah, seeing all the cars we've seen, it looks like it could be from around that era. Nice looking Oldsmobile. Cutlass Sierra, or some sort of Cutlass. Or it might have been an 88 actually. And then what's this? I'm not sure what that is. A lot of cars, it's funny, they talk about a lot of cars today looking alike, but it seems in cars, a lot of cars from like the late 70s, early 80s, a lot of them looked alike back then too. Here's an Olds. I think that might be an Olds Delta 88. And then that red car might have been a Toyota Corolla GTS, maybe? Or it could have been a Nissan. Evidently, I am not good at this anymore. Here's another early Buick LeSabre with the sealed beam headlamps. Oh, you're right. It could have been a Ford Fairmont. Yeah. I should probably just stop talking because I think I've... Oh, good. Cars are done anyway. I was going to say, I think I've demonstrated that maybe I can't identify cars as well as I used to be able to. Yeah, this tape is bizarre. It's been a bizarre stream. This whole stream has been strange. Although I've gotten lucky so far, fingers crossed, I haven't had to clear a video head clog. Fever dream. We are 40 minutes into this tape. We have 20 minutes remaining. Oh, the horses have stopped to take a poo. Oh, no, they're walking again. I don't know if they were actually taking a poo, but that happened once when I was in a horse-drawn carriage. Um, I was in elementary school, and I don't even know where we went, but we went somewhere on a field trip, and we got to ride on this horse-drawn carriage, and at one point we stopped, and a bunch of just massive grassy turds came out of the horse, and then we continued on our way. uh, if I can find out what those actual cars, what the makes and models of those cars actually were, I should upload a YouTube video of the car segments and me guessing all the cars with a tally in the corner of how many cars I got right and how many were wrong. That would be fun. Ah, so that was Ottawa. Okay. Oh, did someone message me? Oh, yeah. Who messaged me? Yep. An ATV labeled tape with footage of Ottawa in New Brunswick in a pile of tapes from Fundy Cable. It's weird though, cause these tapes, this pile of tapes I recently brought home, um, I think these tapes were in a personal collection that Patrick kept. Because a lot of the stuff on the tapes, like the graphic stuff and the bumpers and stuff, were stuff he made. So I'm wondering why would this tape be in that bunch? I mean, same with the blank tape, right? Although, he lived in Ottawa for a time. So I wonder if Patrick could have shot this footage in Ottawa? I can't imagine, though. Can't imagine. This footage is old enough it would have been shot on a Portapack. So the person taping this is holding a camera, and then he's got a... Oh, something's going on for tape. And then he's got a portable VTR slung over his shoulder. Did some kid just throw a snowball? Can't believe we have 13 people watching this. This has been like one of the most boring U-Matic tapes we've ever done. Well, no, that's not fair to say. The car stuff was kind of interesting. At least if you like vintage cars. Oh, speaking of which, we're back. That is a Dodge Dynasty, or here in Canada, it was called the Chrysler Dynasty. There's something old. I don't know what that would be. I'm not familiar with 60s cars. This tape is just a variety. Oh? Oh, okay. There was a... Whoa! Oh, that's a Chevelle! I can see the badge, the emblem on the hood there. That's a Chevy Chevelle. We had a little bit of weirdness going on with our tape for a moment there. The image froze, and then it went all funky looking. Oh yeah, yeah, a lot of Ottawa landmarks. We are 50 minutes into the tape. Really? You can use sour Skittles to melt snow? That's the first I've heard of that. Makes sense though. That's citric acid. Sour Skittles have so much citric acid. I used to love sour Skittles. Can't eat them anymore. My teeth can't take it. So painful to eat. My mouth is literally watering right now just imagining the taste of them. I love sour candy so much, but I can't eat it anymore. My teeth. It's bad for you anyway, but my teeth can't take it anymore. Makes me sad, but better for me. Uh, I love both milk and white chocolate. I like them both. I don't know which I'd like most. Maybe white chocolate. Oh, now I want chocolate. Pickle juice. Oh, it makes sense. The stuff is full of salt. Anything salty is going to lower or raise rather, the melting point of water. No, lower the melting point of water. Oh, chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate. I hated it! Oh, now I want pickles, which I do have in the fridge. Of course, I'm a trans woman, so it's compulsory that I have a craving for pickles. Oh yeah, I love salty stuff. It's not good. I managed to kick potato chips and started having like beef jerky as like my salty treat. But the grocery store recently they jacked up the price of beef jerky. And I used to only buy it when it went on sale because beef jerky is just so expensive. But they not only jacked up the price, but they never put it on sale anymore. So no more beef jerky for me, which means when I have a salt craving, I'm back on potato chips. Which I don't want to be, because I don't even like the taste of potato chips anymore. Back in the summer, I bought a couple of bags of sunflower seeds at the grocery store. And I really liked them, and I wanted to get more, but I haven't been able to find any more. Ooh, we have faded to black. Is that it? And... oh! Second part of the valedictory exercise. What is this? Also, this is really unstable. I wish I could show you guys the vertical blanking interval. Because it's just going... oh my god. This tape is... This recording is so unstable. Man, this is just the tape that just keeps on taping. Oops. Everyone like this MS-DOS ass character generation. Asterisks making a border. Oh my goodness, this recording is so bad. The vertical blanking interval is just spaghetti. It's so bad. We have 2 minutes of tape left. Well, actually, probably 3 minutes when you count the extra. Yeah. Everybody do your burpees. I'm queuing up a video I took of this spaghetti-ass vertical blanking interval to show you guys, because I just find it kind of hilarious. Is this the last tape for today? I might have one more in me. This tape should be done any second now. I don't know why I'm continuing to tape this. I guess just in case there's any more. Everyone failed. There was no valedictorian. It's just that meme of Obama awarding himself a medal. Alright, that's the end of the tape. And then, see if I can show you this. There you go. There's the spaghettification of the vertical blanking interval. How bad does that look? Alright. Well, that was a thing. Now, what do I digitize next? What's this? Oh yes, we've done this. Put my green tape on it. Alright, what do we have? We have an arts magazine, Chipman Talent Show Finals. Is this the... Ah, yes! Another Memorex! We've done a Memorex tape before, and it was one of the worst U-Matic tapes we've ever done. I literally had to bake it in the oven to make it playable. I briefly tested this Memorex, and while it's really tight and sticky, it does play. So we might see if we can do this. What else do we got? A Moment in Time, A. Kingston. Don't know what that is. And another arts magazine. Let's finish off tonight by seeing if we can get another Memorex from heck digitized without having to bake it. Yeah, Memorex used that slogan, I think, even into the 2000s. All right. Chipman Talent Show Finals, August 8th, 1992. It's got a piece of poop, either that or a cigarette burn. Actually, that might actually be a burn. No, probably a spill on the label here. And somebody wrote, "Do not recycle tape." And yeah, it's another one of these horrible Memorex UCA 60 cassettes that have aged extremely poorly. And we're going to see if we can play it. This could be a showstopper tonight. If it clogs the head or anything, I might just call it a stream and bake it.
Can you do a Cameron, Coach?
And
Honest to God.
no, we haven't clogged the head.
Hey, you're rocking
for just black right now.
CST.
It's really rough though.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to plug you the whole night. You have my haircut today. Yeah, I know you do. Mine's next. When you go home, Rick, and someone opens a paper and says Kenny at 6, not 7, you'll hurry. I'll tell you a couple. Well, you wouldn't believe how many people call today. Calling you what time it is. I called the high school. Yeah.
Wow, I've actually had to adjust the tracking here. I never have to touch the tracking on this VCR. I'm not in Fredericton, but it's currently just about 11 o'clock.
Been searching for the keys to that storm, brought to my knees, and was left to believe. But his love showed me love said not so, even when the other me. Love showed me love said not so. Without a reason or a cause, peace and joy placed on pause. Love and not a love wants to go until love I was left all alone. Thought was my own. Tears covered me, and I need some relief. Been searching for the keys to that storm, brought to my knees, and was left to believe. But his love showed me love said not so, even when the odds against me. Love showed me love said not so, keep on holding on. Love showed me love said no, love told me don't let go. Love showed me love said not so. what you told me. You told me not so. Hey, I wanna tell them goodbye. You are my love, my prized possession. Because of you, I've got pride and joy. Can you help me, brother? Now, see, I've got hope, everlasting joy, everlasting peace, everlasting.
They're kind of, to be fair, they're kind of doing him injustice by making the mic level so low compared to the music. Like, come on, get his voice up there. Let the people hear. Yes, Chipman is a little bit north of Fredericton.
Next song I'm going to do for you is Lost Without You by BB and CC Winans.
No more reaction. You are my center attraction. Every beat my heartbeat is your song. From hurt and harm, you're my protection. The path I take is your direction. 'Cause with you I know I can't go wrong. And ever since that day I asked you into my heart, my world has changed, so promise me you'll never part. 'Cause I'm lost without you. It's easy to see I'm lost without you. And there's no letting go. So let me be the first to say I'm lost without you. So don't ever go away. Oh, sing, don't ever go away. You pick me up those times I'm down. You made me laugh when there's no clown. No one else could love me like you do. Heaven knows that I proclaim the love I feel when I hear your name. There's no substitution quite the same. Some say that I'm crazy and I'm acting insane, but there's no life without you, so I'll stake my claim. I'm lost without you. It's easy to see I'm lost without you. And there's no letting go. So let me be the first to say I'm lost without you. So don't ever go away. Nah, don't ever go away. Yeah. Oh, can you tell me about love?
Love is sweet and love is kind. Love will bring you peace of mind.
Oh, and how you know?
Well, I tell you so.
You won't ever go. won't ever. Now that's what I love about him. That's what I love about him, yeah. 'Cause he won't ever go away. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Our next contestant is Christina Mclean.
I used to love to walk behind my daddy as he planted our garden every spring. My little bare feet in the cool dirt made me happy as he talked about what harvest time would bring. He'd say, honey, this whole world is like a garden, and what you sow, you're surely gonna reap. When bitter weeds are planted, hearts will harden, but a tender seed will make the harvest sweet. He was so in love for the family. He was so in love. He took a little extra time. He was looking forward to a bountiful harvest, like a good father does. He was so in love. I used to love to sit and watch my mama working with her needle and her thread. So patiently she listened to my problems, and I knew she heard every word I said. She said, darling, this old world is full of scratches, and in your life you're bound to have a few. Well, I guess that's why the good Lord gave us patches, so we could start each day out feeling new. He was so in love for the family. She was so in love. She took a little extra time. She was looking forward to a bountiful harvest, like a good mother does. She was so in love. They were so in love for the family. They were so in love. They took a little extra time. They were looking forward to a bountiful harvest. They took good care of us. They were so in love. Yeah, they did it all for us. They were so in love.
Excuse me, I've got to get a capo. Ron, you got a capo handy?
see my reflection in your eyes, I hardly recognize it's me. 'Cause I see me in a different light. There's a different kind of light in me. It sparkles and shines like the eyes of a child with a hope I only thought I'd see. Now I see me in a different light, 'cause this broken-hearted darkness that you made right will shine on, burn bright in a different light. When I see the way I used to be, it makes me cry that you would die for me. I wonder if I'm worth what you went through, and I catch a glimpse of you in me. And I see me in a different light. There's a different kind of light in me. It sparkles and shines like the eyes of a child with a hope I only thought I'd see. Now I see me in a different light, 'cause this broken-hearted darkness you made right will shine on, burn bright in a different light. It'll shine on, burn so bright in a different light.
Thank you, Christina. That was a beautiful job. We really appreciate that. Our next contestant is a hometown boy, Alan Stillwell. Alan? Before Alan performs, I just have a little announcement here. There's a wallet been found, and it was turned into the office, and the name on the driver's license is Deborah Hathaway from Cody's. So if Deborah Hathaway is here and she's looking for her wallet, it's in the office.
They say Deborah is still looking for her wallet to this day. She's now 93.
Is it warm enough for you? Well, you picked me up, shot me down, stepped me out all over town. You drove me back to drinking in this bar. Well, I found myself a brand new friend. I'm headed down that road again. I'm working when you said it's hard to tell. You taught me how to hurt so well. When it comes to love, I know my part. When I'm going down this road again, I'll be somebody's fool again. I'm working on my next broken heart. Well, I thought all that.
You really know your country music there, Ava.
Well, I met one tonight who once was left for me. I've seen that look before. She'll tear my world apart. I'm working on my next broken heart. Well, I thought all day long you'd be the depth of me. But I met one tonight who once was left for me. Well, I've seen that look before. She'll tear my world apart. I'm working on my next broken heart. I'm working on my next broken heart. Working on my next broken heart. Thank you very much.
Boy, this tape is in not a good way.
I can't hide the way I feel about you anymore. I can't hold the pain inside, keep the tears out of my eyes anymore. My tears no longer waiting. My resistance ain't that strong. Small voice keeps repeating deep inside my soul. It says I can't keep pretending that I don't love you anymore. Let me make one last appeal to show you how I feel about you. 'Cause there's no one else, I swear, holds a candle anywhere next to you. My heart can't take the beating, not having you to hold. A small voice keeps repeating deep inside my soul. It says I can't keep pretending that I don't love you anymore. I've got to take a chance, not let it pass by. If I expect you to get on with my life, anymore. Anymore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan. Somebody said we didn't have talent in Chipman, but I guess we've got 3 now that's done real well. The next lady, she's not a stranger to Chipman. She used to live in Chipman one time, I believe. She's originally from Minnow. This is Lorraine Mcneil.
I'd like to do a Lori Morgan song called Except for Monday. Wrong mic? Wrong mic? Is that better? Is that any better? You look surprised. You didn't think you'd see me picking up my heels, painting up this town. When we said goodbye, I learned a couple new dances. I cast a couple of glances. I'm on a big roll now, except for Monday, which was never good anyway. Tuesday I get a little sideways. Wednesday I feel better just for it's fine. Thursday, Friday take too long. Before I know it, Saturday's gone. But it's Sunday now, you can bet that I'm alright. It wasn't always this easy, taking over you, got a little rough on me. Didn't take too long, till I got it together. And every day I thank my lucky stars, you set me free. Except for Monday, which was never good anyway. Tuesday I get a little sideways. Wednesday I feel better just for a spite. Thursday, Friday take too long. Before I know it, Saturday's gone. But it's Sunday now, you can bet that I'm alright. Never good anyway. Tuesday I get a little sideways. Wednesday I feel better just for a spite. Thursday, Friday take too long. Before I know it, Saturday's gone. But it's Sunday now, you can bet that I'm alright. It's Sunday now and everything's alright. Thank you.
Voice went a little wonky at the end there. I won't falter
I'd like to
though.
do one by Pat Mclean called I Fall to Pieces. fall to pieces each time I see you again. I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? You want me to act like we've never kissed. You want me to forget, pretend we've never met. But I've tried and I've tried, but I haven't yet. You won't find I'll fall to pieces. I fall to pieces each time someone speaks your name. I fall to pieces. Time only adds to the flame. You tell me to find someone else to love, someone who loves me too, the way you used to do. But each time I go out with someone new, you walk by and I fall to pieces. You walk by and I fall to pieces. Thank you very much.
Now, if that doesn't get you in the mood for the dance later on, I don't know. Our next contestant is Eugene Black here.
We are 36 minutes into the tape.
Well, I'm standing at the crossroads in life, and I don't know where to go. You know you've got my heart, babe, but my music's got my soul. Let me play it one more time. Tell the truth and make it right. Hope they understand me. Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, PJ, he's been a good dog, my best friend, right through it all. If I die before I wake, PJ. Now Broadway's like a sewer, bums and hookers everywhere. Wino passed out on the sidewalk. Doesn't anybody care? Some say he's useless, just let him be. I for one would have to disagree. So would their mamas. Now I lay me down to sleep and pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, PJ, he's been a good dog, my best friend, right through it all. If I die before I wake, PJ. Now if you get an ear pissed, some will call you gay. But if you drive a pickup, they say no, you must be straight. What we are and what we ain't, what we can and what we can't, doesn't really matter. Now I lay me down to sleep, pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, PJ, he's been a good dog, my best friend, right through it all. If I die before I wake, PJ. If I die before I wake, PJ. If I die before I wake, PJ. I was born by the railroad track, and that train whistled well, and I went right back. And I was a little moan when I was quite young. They said one of these days you're gonna fall in the sun.
Audio guy's having a bit of an issue. Unless it's actually the tape. I don't know. Nope.
Well, I had me a woman, she was my work. But I ran off with my backstreet girl. Now my backstreet woman could not be true. Stand on this boulevard thinking about you. I ain't ever satisfied. I side. I'm going over to the other side. Oh, 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 I ain't ever satisfied. Oh, 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 I ain't ever satisfied. Last night I dreamt I made it to the promised land. I stand at the gate, I had to keep my hand. Sing with the sick morning, boy, and finally home. I said, no thanks, baby, just moving along. Oh, 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 I ain't ever satisfied. Oh,
Thank you, Eugene. Fine job. Final contestants on the 6 would be Dale Crowell.
What? We are 45 minutes into the tape.
Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. Now when that sun is high in that Texas sky, I'll be walking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. Rolled around Megan, Santa Fe. Lost my wife, girlfriend, somewhere along the way. Well, I'll be looking for it when they pull that thing, and I hope Judge ain't lying. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. San Antonio, everything that I've got is just what I've
Thank you.
Wow, the audio got good for the last 10 seconds of the song.
Don't rock the jukebox. I wanna hear some Jones. My heart ain't ready for the Rolling Stones. Don't feel like rocking since my baby's gone. So don't rock the jukebox. Play me a country song. Before you drop that water, keep one thing in mind. You got a heartbroken Houston standing here in line. I don't feel like rocking since my baby left. So don't rock the jukebox, play me a country song. I ain't got nothing against rock and roll. When your heart's been broken, you need a song that's slow. Nothing like the sound of a steel guitar around memories. So don't rock the jukebox, play a song for me. Don't rock the jukebox, I wanna hear some Jones. My heart ain't ready for the Rolling Stones. I don't feel like rocking since my baby left. So don't rock the jukebox, play me a country song. Don't rock the jukebox.
Thanks, Dale. That was a terrific job. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our 6 finalists from Tuesday night's talent show. So we're going to put our judges and our tabulators to work, and they're going to have a tough job ahead of them. And in the meantime, Ed Ferris is going to sing. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, that's later, I guess. I'm sorry, Ed. We're going to have on, last night was our step dancing and fiddling, but we had an addition this year. We had a children's talent show. So tonight we're going to feature our 2 winners from last night's children's talent show. And under 7, apparently there were 2 categories, under 7 and over 7, 7 to 14 or something like that. But anyway, we're going to feature our under 7, and his name is Jonathan Jardine, and you're in for a treat, so hang on to your seats.
Super Bowl 23. Cars, trains, and video games, all be a history. The world just keeps on changing from cars and then they go. Nothing lasts forever, but except for one thing I know. There'll always be a honky tonk with a jukebox in the corner, and someone crying nothing here on earth but something won't replace. But as long as there's a broken heart, there'll be a place to go. Where good old boys meet good old girls and a wild music flow. There'll always be a honky tonk with a jukebox in the corner and someone crying in their beer and one old hang runner and the lady looking lonely from losing love affair. Yeah, there'll always be a honky tonk somewhere. Yeah, there'll always be a honky tonk somewhere. There'll always be a honky tonk with a jukebox in the corner and someone crying in their beer and one old hanger runner and a lady looking lonely from losing love affair. Yeah, there'll always be a honky tonk somewhere. Yeah, there'll always be a honky tonk somewhere.
Contest is over. Give him the award. Oh my god, it was the hip thrusting that ended me.
Right time, the right place, the right body, the right face. Timber, I'm falling in love. Started slow, it's coming fast. I got a feeling it's gonna last. Timber, I'm falling in love. You're so pretty, look so sweet. Your love sweeping me off my feet. You're the only one I'm dreaming of. I can't believe that I'm falling in love. Who knows how love starts? I woke up with you in my heart. Timber, I'm falling in love. You're so pretty, look so sweet. Your love sweeping me off my feet. You're the only one I'm dreaming of. I can't believe that I'm falling in love. Who knows how love starts? I woke up with you in my heart. Timber, I'm falling in love. Timber, I'm falling in love. Timber, I'm falling in love. Thank you.
That was the 12-year-old daughter of Eugene and Daisy McNeil. All you bigger guys are going to have to move over.
She was 12?
Aren't they great?
She looked like she was in her 20s.
Now we're going to announce the winners of the talent show. First place winner gets a check for $100 and a trophy. Second place winner gets a check for $50 plus a trophy. Third place winner gets a check for $25 plus a trophy. What we're going to do, we're going to award these prizes. Then we're going to take a short break. The band maybe... we're going to play a couple songs while we're getting ready. Okay, the band will be playing a song or two. Then we're going to have our official closing. We're going to ask our winners to come back and each sing a song. And we'll have our ticket draws. We're going to have our last year's winner, Bonnie Fowler, grace us with a song or two. And we'll have some people out of the audience. And at 11 o'clock, the dance will start. So just because we're having official closing, don't anyone leave, because the fun's just starting. Okay, first we'll have our third place winner. Third place winner is Christina Mclean. Christina, would you come up, please? Our second place winner is Eugene Black here. Eugene, would you come up, please?
Yeah, I liked her dress too. You missed it, Ava, but she also sung very beautifully.
Now, our first place winner is Alan Stillwell. You'll be around to sing for us later with Alan. You'll be around to sing for us later. And there's your turn around. They want to take pictures. Okay. Now let's have a big hand for all our contestants. They did a great job.
Alrighty. Is that it, or is there more?
Grand Lake branch of the Canadian Mental Health Association. The winners of these t-shirts...
I guess I'll get that.
Grand Lake branch of the Canadian Mental Health Association. The winners of these t-shirts were Don Lemon and Susan Williams. So you can pick your t-shirts up at the Canadian Mental Health Association booth.
Oh, it was literally nothing. Now what?
Trucking Bank of Montreal. Way to go,
This is the Labatt Light Relay. Honda Civic guy. You missed it, Ava, but one of the first tapes I did tonight, it was supposedly a tape of highlights from the Labatt Relay. Completely blank tape. There was a few seconds of color bars, and then just nothing. There was a control track, but just nothing. No video, no audio, just black. It was a first for the U-Matic tapes, coming across a completely blank tape. And that's it. All right. Now, if it was bulk erased, it wouldn't have had a control track on it. RPM 1200, I'm not sure if he's still here or not, but he sent me an email with a good explanation of a possibility of what might have happened. Another possibility was that somebody just goofed when recording the tape. So this tape that's rewinding now, I'm gonna retransfer the first like 7 minutes of it, because I was like toying with the tracking a bit. So I'm just gonna retransfer the first 7 minutes on my own and then splice it together. I'm glad we got through that tape without too many issues. That first Memorex tape we did almost a year ago, that was horrible, but this one wasn't too bad in comparison. So, I think that is all that is that I'm gonna do tonight. Finish up a bit earlier than last night. So, yeah, that was a good stream. That was a weird one. A completely blank tape, and then a tape of somebody's wedding that I'm gonna have to transfer on my own. And yeah, and then after that, I have, I think, 3 tapes left in this stash. Yeah, I've got 3 tapes left, which are 2 arts magazines and one called One Moment in Time, which I don't know what they are. So, yeah, tomorrow's Family Day in New Brunswick. New holiday that started, I think, while I was in university. So it hasn't been around very long. Oh, I didn't want to eject that. Also, it didn't actually finish rewinding. It stopped when it was 15 seconds in. So yeah, tomorrow is still my weekend, which is nice. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Really appreciate watching some vintage community television content with me. I hope to get back into the groove of these streams, because there's a lot of tapes to go through, that's for sure. So if anybody also has a holiday tomorrow, I don't know if other Canadian provinces do it, but if they do, happy holiday tomorrow. Otherwise, have a good day at work, suckers. Alright, thanks everybody, really appreciate you joining with me tonight, and I'll see you next time. Bye.